Howdy folks. Bluegrass mandolin players use a lot of blues notes, and throughout many of my premium download lessons I refer to notes of the blues scale. Let me take a few minutes and explain how to create them. I'm starting here with the D major scale, which you'll see on your tab and notation right there on the web page. And you'll notice that I've got numbers over each note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Those indicate which scale position each of those notes is. So this is the first note of the scale, second note of the scale, third note, fourth note, and so on. Now, if you need a little bit more help on what a major scale is, watch the free lesson called What is a Major Scale? So I'm just going to kind of skim over this one. It's the D major scale. 7 notes. You could think of it as 8 if you want to include the top note, which is a repeat of the bottom note. Got a D on the bottom, D on the top. So we can call that 1 or 8 up there on the top. So I'm going to use those numbers when I describe to you how to play the blues scale. So here's the D major scale again. Note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Now, to turn this into the blues scale, we're going to keep some of the notes and change some of the notes from our major scale. Our first note remains the same. We've got our note 1. Then, instead of playing the second or the third, we're going to play the flat third. And a flat third just means take the third note of the major scale and drop it 1 fret. So that's our flat third there at the 3rd fret. Then the next note the blues scale contains is the 4th note of the scale. And you'll see that 5th fret note, the 4th, is the same as we had in the D major scale. 1, flat 3, 4. Then we're going to hit a flat 5, which is 6th fret. You could even call that a sharp 4. Sharp 4 and flat 5 are the same thing. Then we hit our 5th, that remains from the original scale. Then we hit a flat 7 up here on the 3rd fret, and we ended up back on the D. So here's the whole D blues scale. You'll notice we've got one note, we're 1 note shorter than the previous scale. And you know, scales don't always have to contain the same number of notes. Here's the D blues scale. In case you didn't know it, Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass music, was acquainted with a blues musician by the name of Arnold Schultz. Bill had a lot of respect for this man's music and obviously was strongly influenced by it. You might say that Arnold Schultz put the blue in bluegrass. Now let's look at our second blues scale, this time in the key of G. Alright, here's our G major scale. And I wrote this one in a different position. You know, we could take the D scale and just move it down and play it on the G string. But to make the 2 scales different, I decided to start with the 2nd octave of the G scale. So here's our G major scale, note 1, note 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Now to convert that to the blues scale, we're going to play the 5th fret. That's note 1, flat 3rd over here, that B flat note on the 1st fret. Then we play our 4th note, the 4th of the major scale, flat 5 and 5, and I slide my finger for those, my 3rd finger. Then all we need is our flat 7, which is up here on top, this F note, and then our G on top. I hope that helps you understand the blues scale a little better. Obviously, if you play blues or rock, you're going to use a lot of the blues scale. But bluegrass is full of blues too. If you want to explore more ideas using blues notes, check out my premium download called Movable Blues Licks, which you'll find on the site. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.